Hi future millionaires, welcome back to Debt to Millionaire. I'm John. If you're new to the channel, I'm an entrepreneur taking you on my journey from a negative net worth of almost minus $100,000 to becoming a millionaire. Welcome to a new mini-series where I'm going to be starting a print-on-demand business. If you're not sure what print-on-demand is, stick around and I'll explain it after this. First, if you want to make explosive income, get out of debt and become a millionaire, hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel to see how I do it and how you can too. What is print on demand? Well, it's a type of drop shipping, and before I go into what print on demand is, what is drop shipping? A conventional e-commerce business is where people sell products online. Now the traditional model is that someone would buy or have manufactured a product, they would buy a large amount of inventory, they would store that somewhere in a warehouse, and then as the orders come in, they take the product from the warehouse, package it up, and ship it out to the customer. Drop shipping adapts that model where there's no warehouse full of the inventory, but the products are created as and when they are ordered by the customer. Rather than them being manufactured in advance and then stored, they are manufactured when the orders come in from the customer, and then they are shipped directly to the customer. At least that's my understanding of what drop shipping is. Print on demand, which is the type of business I'm going to be starting in this mini-series, is a type of drop shipping which is where designs are printed onto various products like t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of clothing, also things like mugs, towels, glasses, any loads of different types of products, but designs are printed on them on demand, which is when the customers place the orders. So how am I going to do a print on demand business? Well, at the core of it, I'm not going to be buying in the products and printing on the designs myself. I'm going to be using other companies such as Printify and Printful. There are a bunch of others, but don't want to make this video too long, so I'll cover that in a later video, all the different providers that I'll be using. But basically, these companies, like Printify and Printful, they let you create an account with them. You upload designs that you've already created yourself or that you've had someone else create for you. You upload them to their website, and then you can connect, say, Printify to other websites like eBay. So if you made a store on eBay, you could connect Printify to your eBay store. The designs that you uploaded to, say, some t-shirts on Printify, those products would be listed in your eBay store. And then when someone purchases your t-shirt that you've got for sale on eBay, they think that they're buying it through eBay, but then the order automatically goes through to Printify. Printify gets that order. They see, oh, it's for this t-shirt, which we have. They put it into a clothes printing machine. It prints your design onto it, and then they send it out directly to the customer. And also they provide the shipping customer support. So if the customer's like, well, my order's late, where is it? Then Printify handles that customer support. So from my perspective, it's pretty much just doing all the setup, making the design and uploading it, get everything hooked up. And then it's fairly passive from that point onwards. The print on demand company, such as Printify and Printful, they handle the manufacturer, the fulfillment, the shipping, and the customer support up to a certain point. So now I'm just going to basically explain the timeline of what I'm planning on doing, the order and what steps I'm going to take. The first step was to incorporate a business or a company. I'm in the UK, where incorporating a limited company is very easy. You can do it online and it costs just over £10, just about $15. So I'm pretty sure in the US and in other countries, it can be a lot more expensive and a lot more complicated, but in the UK, it's fairly simple. The next step was to set up a domain name and email address, just so that it's a bit more professional. Whenever I do need to communicate with customers, I can hand out the email address that's more professional rather than my own personal one, and it just keeps all the emails separate in a different account. The next step was to open a Printify account. I could have gone with a bunch of any of the print providers, but I decided to go with Printify just because they're one of the biggest and supposedly one of the best ones at the moment. And they have a print provider, which is a company that they outsource the printing to, based in the UK. So I'm going to be starting by selling to people in the UK, and because it's printed in the UK, manufactured, fulfilled, shipped out, it'll just be shorter shipping times and overall a shorter time from the customer ordering to them receiving the product that they've ordered. The next step was to open up an eBay store and an Etsy store. eBay, of course, you know what that is. Etsy, if you don't know what that is, it's like eBay, but it's meant to be for handmade goods. Print-on-demand products actually do count as handmade. A third and probably most common way that people do print-on-demand and drop shipping in general is that they create their own online store, probably using a service like Shopify. If you don't know what Shopify is, it's just a little piece of some online software that you can use to create a website, but not just any type of website, an e-commerce store. So it just makes the process of setting up your own online store much easier, and it also lets you easily add additional functionality through what they call plugins. The next step is to do some product research. I've chosen my niche, the type of people who I'm going to be targeting to sell my products to, and they're going to be dog lovers. I need to make that niche a bit smaller because that's quite broad and probably quite competitive. So I need to choose a second niche to cross niche, which is where you take dog lovers, for example, and you think of people who would also like dogs but like something else as well. For example, coffee. So if you decided that you wanted to do target the cross niche of dogs and coffee, then you might print up some t-shirts and mugs and whatever with designs which integrate both dogs and coffees. I've decided to do dogs just because I like dogs, and I'll stay excited and I'll remain more interested in creating products that I would actually want to have myself. The next step after I've done my design research is to make some designs. So I'm probably going to do those myself just to keep the budget low. I could outsource them to someone on Fiverr, but I think I'll create some myself, find out which of those sell well, and then for those designs that are selling well, hopefully some of them will, of the whole selection that I'll create myself, I'll then go to a proper designer on Fiverr and have them either recreate that or create some other variations and just take inspiration from that one that I know is already selling well. So that if I'm paying, say, $10 to $25 per design for a freelancer to make the designs, I know that that's not going to be dead money. Once I've got my selection of designs, I'm going to make 10 to start with, just so I've got a decent range. And then when I'm throwing them up on my eBay and Etsy stores, it doesn't just look like I've got 1 or 2 designs and I started yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to make the designs, of course. I'm going to be using Canva for that, by the way, canva.com. It's like Photoshop, but it's online and you can pay a monthly subscription, and I find that it's quite a bit easier to use. It's not as advanced, it doesn't let you do as many things that Photoshop does, it's not as powerful, but I don't think I need that, to be honest. The next step is to order some samples of the products that I've created. I just want to see a couple of them in person to make sure that the quality is okay and the designs do look okay actually when they are printed. Then, once that's all checked off, I'm going to make some mock-up images of the products. So when I'm marketing the products on my various stores, I could just have like your basic picture on a white background of the t-shirt or whatever it will be, just laid out, the design there, white background, you know, pretty standard, you see those all the time, but it's not very exciting, is it? So what I'm going to do is use a service called Placeit, which they basically have tens of thousands, it might even be hundreds of thousands at this point, I don't know, but they have a lot of images from photo shoots of various models with different props in different locations, and places your product into that photo shoot, and it looks pretty realistic. It looks like they were there in real life with your t-shirt on. Got my mock-up images, throw those up on the stores, then I basically just put all of the product listings out on my eBay store and on Etsy. I'm not going to do Shopify just yet because that's a bit more advanced, so I'm just going to do eBay and Etsy, so then they'll be out and available for people to buy. Will they get sales immediately just from organic traffic through eBay and Etsy? Probably not. Probably it'll take quite a while to get organic sales. So the next step is to accelerate that by using paid ads. Now on these platforms like Etsy and eBay, you get more sales when you're already getting sales. It's a bit of a vicious circle in that if you're not getting sales, eBay and Etsy, they don't want to push your products because they make money when the sellers make money. My products, to get sales on those platforms, I'm going to use paid, both Google and Facebook ads. I've got quite a lot of experience with Google ads already, just from my other business. I spent many thousands of pounds on Google ads, and I've got a good idea of how they work now. So basically, I'm going to drive traffic to my eBay and Etsy product pages. A percentage of that paid traffic that I'm driving in will convert, will buy the products. Then eBay and Etsy will recognize that with their algorithms, and they will then push the products more organically. Then I'll start getting organic sales as I keep getting more of these paid traffic sales. And hopefully it'll get to a point where the organic sales are sufficient enough that I can then just stop doing the paid ads to Etsy and eBay, and the organic traffic will keep coming just because the products are selling. So the next stage, once I've proven that the products that I've made are selling, people do want to buy them, I can have more confidence in that, I will then make my own Shopify store. So I'll set that up, and then of course that's definitely not going to get any sales organically because it's just another website among the many billions of e-commerce stores that are out there. So again, I'm going to be using paid ads. If I've already done a bit of experimentation with it by that point for the same products. So basically I can just switch on the same ads again if they were working well to drive people in and to get people to buy the products. I can just turn them on again, but I just redirect them to my Shopify store instead of to Etsy and eBay. So that's a pretty easy switch. At this point, so I've got my own store and I've got ads that are working and converting people, driving traffic in. This is probably going to be months down the road to get to this point, maybe 6 months, I don't know. But we're going to find out in this mini-series together. But at that point, I've got quite a few options. So I can install some plugins to my Shopify store just to enhance the amount of profit that I'm making. There are two that come to mind. One is an upsell one, like I mentioned. So if someone puts a product in their basket, they go to checkout, and just before they pay for the item, there will be something that says, okay, so you want to buy this. Other people in the past have bought this, have also bought this other product, and we think you'll like it too. So then that person who's buying it might say, okay, go on, I'll buy that too. So why is this so powerful? If they were going to buy, say, a t-shirt, and it would normally, if they came to the site organically and they'd bought it, maybe I would have made $5 in profit, let's just say. But if I'd had to spend, say, $4 on ads to get them onto the site to then buy that, then really I'm only making $1 profit. But if they go on to buy another t-shirt, that would have a $5 profit margin. I would make $5 profit on that, plus the $1 from the first t-shirt. So then I'm making $6. So really when you split that down the middle, it's $3 per t-shirt profit instead of just the $1 that I would have made on the one t-shirt. Of course, that gets better if they buy more than one product on the upsell plugin that's recommended to them, or if they're buying higher profit margin products. So maybe I'll sell a mug that costs $5 to make and I sell it for 20, I don't know, and then it's $15 plus the one from the t-shirt. You get the point. So upsells are the way to go. But there's no point in doing that until I've got an established working business. So that's one of the plugins I can do at that point. Another plugin that comes to mind is a multi-quantity one where they can say, if you buy more than one of this product, then you can get a certain amount of discount. And that's a similar idea with upsells. It's just that they're buying multiple of the same product rather than a different product in addition to the one they've already got in their basket. As well as the plugins, another thing that I can get going at this point in the business is personalizable products. So they're a bit more hit and miss, I think, from what I've seen in my research and videos. They're more difficult to get right. It's a bit more of an advanced product to offer, something that's personalizable, where people can type in their names or a special message or something like that. It's more difficult to get a winner with those types of products. I'm going to leave that a bit down the line until I've got some established products that are selling well and generating profit, and then I can reinvest that profit, and I've got, you know, a bit of money that I could potentially lose, and there's no big deal. Rather than going negative right at the start of the business and just crashing and burning because it's not working. I'm like, And then there are two final steps to the business. I mean, it's not going to end at that point, but there are two more things that I want to do at that point. One is get more products, more different types of products, like not just mugs and t-shirts and whatever, but glassware, jewelry, books, I don't know, a whole bunch of different products from different print providers. So at the moment, at the start, I'm just going to be using Printify. But what happens if Printify starts having massive delays? Or if the company goes bust? Then my entire business just stops or slows down at the best case. So I need to be having some of my products coming from one supplier, some from a different one. So that the more I have, if one of them goes down, then my whole business doesn't crumble. Maybe it's just 20%, and then 20% of my customers are unhappy, better than everyone being unhappy. And revenue stopping. So on top of diversifying the number of print providers that I'm working with, then I also want to diversify out of the UK for obvious reasons, just because there's only so many people in the UK. It's not tiny, the population's around 70 million people, but once I've scaled, there's only so many people who'll want the certain type of niche products that I'll be offering, so then I have to go international. Right, well, I know that's been a very long video, but hopefully you got some value from it, and also hopefully you're going to stick around for the rest of this series, and let's see how this print-on-demand business starts playing out. Let's see if I do actually manage to make it profitable in a reasonable amount of time with a relatively small startup budget. Hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!